Hello students. Now we'll see the example of calculating the future value. Hmm? So we will see what is the future value. Basically the future value, as we talked before, this term refers to the value of cash flow, a series of them in the cash flow series at some specific future time. Any cash flow that is scheduled to occur sometimes later than today is referred to as a future value. In other words, we can also say the future value means what will it be worth at some future point in time. For example, if an investment promises to pay $100 1 year from now, then the $100 is the future value of the investment. Present value will be lesser. Because that investment will be worth $100 at that point in time, right? So what is the future value of an initial $100 after 3 years? If the interest rate per year, here the interest rate terminology is little changed. Before we are using R, here it's given I. Interest rate is a 5%. So here what we will do, we will find the interest rate factor. Finding future value of cash flow, a series of cash flow, is called compounding if it is more than 1 year. So we have drawn the time value. Future value can be solved by using the step-by-step formula, financial calculator, and spreadsheet methods. There are 3 methods. We can use any of those methods. So at $100 it's 0, means the beginning of the first year, and 5% is the interest rate per year. First year, second year, and third year. So you have to find the future value at the end of the third year, end of the second year. First year, second year, third year, at the end of third year, sorry. Okay, so we start with $100 in account, which is shown at t is equal to 0. T means the time, time in point. 0 means it's the present value. We then multiply the initial amount and then succeeding beginning of year amount by 1 plus I. Before we call it 1 plus R. I is the interest rate here, so a little terminology changes here. So 1.05, because interest rate is 5%, 1.05 is the interest factor. You earn 100 times 0.05, so it is the $5. This is just the interest earned during 1 year. So if you multiply the whole interest factor, then you will get the total value of that. So the amount at the end of the first year will be present value plus interest. So interest, you already know, is $5. So 100 plus $5 is $105. So 100 here 105, and at the same time when you check for the second year, so your principal amount is 105, and you will multiply with the 5%. At the end of this end of the second year, it will be 110.25, and at the end of the third year it will be 115.76, right? So this is basically the step-by-step method. Means every 1 year you are calculating, and then you are taking present value at that time. So formula approach is same like the interest factor. In step-by-step approach, we multiply the amount at the beginning of each period 1 plus I. Notice that the value at the end of year 2. So future value at the end of the year 2 is future value at the end of year 1, and 1 plus I, that means the interest factor, and this will be equal future value at the end of first year will be present value into interest factor, and this FV1 will be replaced by this one, and then this is multiplied by this, and you will get the same value at the end of the second year. So if n is 3, then you will simply multiply not with 1 plus I power 2, rather you will multiply by 1 plus I power 3. So simply you will use, this is the interest factor, with compounding. After n years, the general case will be future value at the end of n years will be present value, and then the interest factor 1 plus I, and the power of that will be whatever the number of years here. So simply you will do this like this. This is the direct formula approach. You can use that. Okay, thank you.